Today, we're diving into a pretty radical idea from Gregg Braden's work on the Isaiah effect. It's all about a lost science, a way of using prayer and prophecy that suggests our future isn't set in stone at all. In fact, we might just have the power to choose it. I mean, it's a question we've all wrestled with, right? Are we just passengers on a ride that's already been planned out, or are we actually in the driver's seat? We've all heard those scary predictions about the future, painting a picture that feels, well, totally inevitable. Imagine hearing that on the radio, alone on some dark highway. This is exactly the kind of deterministic, frankly terrifying forecast that Braden talks about. It's a single, catastrophic future just presented as a fact. And it's the kind of thing that can leave you feeling completely hopeless, totally powerless. But what if that's only one side of the story? And that brings us to the core of this whole thing. Are these ancient visions absolute warnings of what will happen? A done deal? Or are they something else entirely? Could they just be showing us the consequences of the path we're on right now? A path that maybe we can still change? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because alongside all those dire predictions, these same ancient texts also talk about futures of incredible peace and healing. So this suggests that doom isn't a guarantee. Instead, it seems like multiple outcomes exist, side by side, and we might actually have a say in which one becomes real. And that changes everything. So you've basically got two ways of seeing yourself in the world. As a passive observer, you feel like life just happens to you. You're separate from it, just trying to get through whatever the future throws at you. But as an active participant, you see yourself as part of what happens. You're not just surviving the future, you are actively choosing it because you know you're connected to everything. And what if I told you that this ancient wisdom is now being echoed by quantum physics? Yep, this is where we get to the quantum mirror. An idea where the line between what's happening inside of us and what's happening out in the world starts to get really, really blurry. And this brings us right to the heart of it all, the Isaiah effect. It's basically the science of how we choose our future from a huge field of quantum possibilities. So it's not about fighting some single predetermined fate. It's about selecting from a bunch of potential realities that already exist. Now, before you dismiss this as some new age fantasy, listen to this quote. It's from Max Planck, one of the fathers of quantum theory. He suggested that a conscious and intelligent mind is the very matrix of all matter. I mean, that idea, coming from a Nobel laureate, it really opens the door to seeing the universe less like a dead machine and more like a responsive, conscious field. So, get that old idea of time as a single road out of your head. Instead, picture this: a massive, multi-lane highway. Every single lane is a potential future, a complete reality, and they're all existing at the same time, running parallel to each other. The future of collapse is one lane, and the future of global peace, it's another lane, right next to it. And this, of course, leads to the most important question of all. If we're driving along in one lane and we see we're headed for a future we really don't want, how do we switch lanes? How do we merge into a better reality? The answer, according to these ancient texts, lies in a forgotten form of communication. And listen, this isn't the kind of prayer where you just ask for stuff and hope for the best. No, this is described as a very precise inner technology, a language that speaks directly to that matrix of all matter that Planck was talking about. And this language, it has three key parts. First, you've got thought. Think of it like a guidance system or an architect's blueprint. It's the clear picture of the reality you want to experience. But here's the catch. By itself, a thought is just a possibility. It's like a wish with no engine. The second element is emotion. Now, this is the raw power, the fuel in the tank. Emotion is what drives us and really breathes life into our ideas. But just like fuel without a steering wheel, emotion on its own is just scattered, undirected energy. So this is the crucial point, the union of the two. And this is called feeling. See, feeling isn't just an emotion, and it isn't just a thought. It is the fusion of a clear thought with a powerful emotion. And this, according to the texts, is the language that creation actually listens to. This is so key. Thought and emotion are distinct, but when they merge, they create feeling. It's in this union that the magic really happens. This is the silent language that has the power to select a new lane on that highway of time. Okay, so this sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do we actually use this language? How do we feel a future that we want into reality? Well, it turns out the process is completely and totally internal. This ancient Essene quote points us in the right direction. The work doesn't start by trying to change the world out there. It begins by seeking that peace and that harmony within our own bodies. Your inner state is the launch pad for all creation. This completely flips the whole idea of prayer on its head. The first step is to understand that we are already healed, that peace already exists. Every single outcome you could ever desire isn't something you have to build from scratch. It already exists as a dormant possibility, a lane on the highway, just waiting for you to choose it. Here's a great way to picture this. Imagine that all of creation is like a jar of water that's full of dissolved sugar. All the potential is there, but it's unformed. Your feeling, that union of thought and emotion, is like lowering a string into that solution. It provides the pattern, the template that allows all those unseen possibilities to crystallize into a tangible reality right around it. So what does this all really mean? Well, it's a complete redefinition of who we are. The simple act of watching the world is actually an act of participating in its creation. So we've really gone on a journey here, from being a passive observer to becoming an active participant. We've seen that we're not separate from the world. Our inner state of feeling is literally mirrored by our outer world. We have the blueprint of thought, the fuel of emotion, and when we combine them into feeling, we hold the power to choose. And this is the final, most essential piece of the puzzle. The way to change things isn't about pushing, forcing, or fighting the world out there. It's about cultivating the feeling of your desired reality as if it's already true right now, in here. That inner state is the string that crystallizes the quantum soup into your life. So in the end, the future isn't some destination that we just arrive at. It's a reality we are constantly generating from a field of infinite possibilities. So the only real question left is, which one will you choose to feel into being?